What up? Am I in focus? Are you in focus? I'm glad I'm a little corny sometimes. I think making these videos sometimes, after I get done making them and posting them, uh, sometimes I'm like, did I do that? Or did I say that? Or I know that was, in your mind, and maybe it came out a little bit different, because that's how it is sometimes when I'm thinking, like, it just things just come out, and um when I'm not trying to, like, say the wrong thing, sometimes it happens, and that is totally not my intentions ever. I just I don't say it like in a wrong way where it insults people, hopefully. I just think it just takes sometimes a little bit longer for some things to kind of stir in the pot, and then I understand what I'm trying to think of, and how to say it. Because sometimes things aren't as easy. Describing a feeling sometimes is not the easiest thing to do. Or describing uh, exactly why you did something and the whole thought process behind it, because maybe some other people might not understand that. Uh, so sometimes it's a little bit harder to um, describe it, especially if you have never, like, been through an experience. So I think for a lot of people, it's just sometimes it's easier to get angry, and sometimes it's easier to overreact, overthink, and all the other stuff. Um, I think it's always good, though, to ask questions. Ask questions, especially if maybe you feel like you didn't understand it. Because even when I was in school, like, asking questions when I was in school is totally different. Because you'd be looked at like you were just dumb, and people laugh at you. People just do that, and sometimes, for me, even as a kid, like, sometimes I didn't care. Sometimes I got in trouble for acting out, because I felt like I was violated as a person, and not, like, not an individual or anything like that, but, like, I didn't think those rights were any better, that they were given against me. So, like, sometimes I think, like, even normal things in life, like, even like taxes, like, I think it sucks to have to pay them, and even though we are forced to pay them, and we do pay them, it still taxes on those taxes, even when they give us money back. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. It makes no sense to me, but that's just how it is. Um, so, like, I don't, like, really talk about stuff like that, but because it's not much to talk about, it's like a pointless conversation. There's a lot of those that you could get to and get into, and it wouldn't make a difference in life, because it is what it is. You can't change some things, and some things will change, in the future, but that is, slow progression, and failures and achievements, all the other good stuff and bad stuff comes along with that. But you know I think for me, uh, as long as I stay open-minded to a lot of things, um, I was I was thinking of sports right then and there, and I was like, that doesn't make sense, Robert. What are you thinking? Like, like, what does sports have anything to do with that? Like, nothing. So, I got up early today, and I know I just lost train of thought, but I got up early today because I honestly thought there was going to be another basketball game on today, and I totally forgot that it's not today, it's tomorrow. And I was going to go lay back down, and I was like, nah, no sense in that. My wife already made dinner and everything, so I didn't want to eat it cold like I sometimes do. I tried to get up after dinner's made. Sometimes that doesn't happen. My kids, of course, want to eat early because, I mean, they don't want to eat it, 7:30 at night. I don't, want to have to make them wait that long because they've been home, how long they've been home. Normally it's like after 3 o'clock, and, it's a long time to wait. So hopefully having snack foods or something that can hold them over usually helps. Doesn't always help, but usually helps, because me getting up a little bit later kind of pushes their schedule back, and I think it's unfair, but I don't do that. I don't make that decision. I just let them know. I don't know. It's like, sometimes, like when I was a kid, my parents ate a little bit earlier. I think it was like 5, 6, something like that. So it's like, you got to adjust to the family that you live in. Like some things are going to be that way, and some things are going to change as you get older, and you just got to kind of roll with it all. And that's kind of my motto pretty much ever since I was younger, is just roll with everything, because good or bad, it doesn't matter if you're indifferent of anything in life. You're subject to anything and everything depending on your circumstances, situations, where you live at, the amount of money you have or don't have. So everything comes into play when your life is, playing itself out. The only thing you need to probably worry about is just the things that you can control. At least that's what everyone else does. It's so much stress-free, more stress-free, I guess you could say, if you take every instance and every situation for what it is. It's a moment in time. You deal with every single moment whenever that moment comes. So even if it's paying a bill, go to the website, pull it up. Damn, it's that much. I got to pay that. Okay, pay it. Boom. It's done and over with. It's a stress. You have to pay it. I get it. It's something you have to do. It's done and over with. You move on to the next situation. That's how life is. You kind of get to that moment and realize that moment is not as big as you might think it is. Even if you were to, discover something for the first time. It is great maybe at first, but it'll wear itself down. That moment will pass, and you'll get through it, and you'll go on to the next thing. I know a lot of the things I talk about probably skip subjects. I probably stop talking what I'm talking about sometimes and just switch to new things. But that's my brain, and I'm glad my opinions come out the way they do. Helps me clear my thoughts. It helps me to say the things that I probably would never ever say if no one were ever to hear them, because I don't say them out loud. It's just easier this way. So thank you. And I say it all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it, because I do want to thank you. I want to thank everyone and anyone that ever watches these or listens to these. It helps me, and I hope it helps you. I gotta get going. Have a good night.